and one of his associates, while he was off in America trying to bring the stupid Americans in to invest in his great project to revitalize London, and he was going to bring the Olympics, which was, awesome and probably would have been a great plan. But unfortunately, one of the deals that was set up, they assigned his somewhat flaky friend, who's an old friend who helped save him when he was in the army, and was also gay, which yes. I thought they handled the gay issue really well for the time.
He was just there.
Yeah, that was just part of his personality. He wasn't flaming. He was a kind of a guy who would steal money out of the delivery, and the IRA did not appreciate that. And I'm not even sure why they murdered those people at the beginning or how they knew. I guess if you took a little of their money, they flat murdered you.
You have Helen Mirren in there, and she always knows a little bit more than they think she knows.
Yeah.
And Bob Haskins' character, he always knows a little bit less than he lets on that he knows. And I think that dynamic plays throughout his whole organization.
Harold, your trouble is you just don't understand their psychology.
But she was kind of behind the scenes, kind of holding him back from, his worst of himself. And she would guide him towards gently, the correct path. And she had insights.
You smart pret.
I can't talk to you. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Boy, come here, I'm talking to you.
Don't treat me like one of your thugs.
He ends up with his establishments being bombed, with his friends being stabbed. He ends up murdering his own people with a jagged whiskey bottle, I think.
It's a lot of great action, and you mentioned the violence in that one culminative scene.
And as for real gangsters of that time, you had the Cray brothers in London, and I remember Michael Caine. He did Get Carter and other gangster films, and he had a story where he was in a pub or something in London, and the Cray brothers themselves actually showed up there and talked to him about his portrayal of gangsters, and he was able to hold his own, but he was slightly concerned because these people were extremely violent.
Michael Caine would have fit right in with this movie. I think it's just the right vibe.
For more than 10 years, there's been peace. Everyone to his own patch. We've all had it sweet. I've done every single one of you favours in the past. I've put money in all your pockets. I've treated you lot well, even when you was out of order, right? Well, now there's been an eruption. So it's fucking Belfast on a bad night. One of my closest friends, he's lying out there in the freezer. Believe me, all of you. Nobody goes home until I find out who done it and why.